Your child feels warm. You grab a thermometer and boom, 101 degrees. Now what? Should you call the doctor, rush to an emergency department, or just let it ride? Dr. Mike here from Nationwide Children's Hospital. So let's break this one down. First things first. Fever itself is not an illness. It's a symptom. It's your child's body fighting off infection, and in most cases, it's actually a good thing. A fever, by definition, is a temperature of 100.4 degrees Fahrenheit or 38 degrees Celsius or higher. So when is a fever not a big deal? Well, if your child's drinking fluids, playing a little, and acting mostly like themselves, even if they're a little grumpy, you don't need to panic. Most fevers from viruses will go away on their own in 3 to 5 days. But there are times when you should definitely call the doctor. Here's when to pay closer attention. If your baby is 2 months of age or younger with a fever of 100.4 degrees Fahrenheit or higher, call your doctor right away. Infants 3 to 6 months of age with a fever, and if they're really fussy or they're not feeding well, again, time to let your doctor know. If they have difficulty breathing, stiff neck, nonstop crying, extreme sleepiness, or a rash that doesn't fade when pressed, these are all worrisome signs. And no matter what your child's age is, you should call your doctor if those show up. Also, if your child's dehydrated, so no wet diapers in 8 hours, or a dry mouth with cracked lips, or if the fever lasts more than 5 days without improving, these are all reasons to call your doctor or seek help in an urgent care center or emergency department. Most fevers do not need medicine, but if your child's uncomfortable, you can give acetaminophen, also known as Tylenol in the United States, if they're over 2 months of age. You can give them ibuprofen, also known as Motrin or Advil, if they're over 6 months of age, but never give aspirin because it's been linked to Reye's syndrome in children, which is a potentially life-threatening condition. Other ways to help? You can dress them in light clothing, so definitely no heavy blankets, a lukewarm bath, not cold water, we don't want them shivering, and lots of fluids to prevent dehydration. Now, what about seizures? Well, seizures associated with fever are usually not harmful, especially if your child's between 12 months and 5 years of age, there's a documented fever, and your child's seizure lasts less than 5 minutes. You should still call and check in with your child's doctor, but it's not panic time. Now, if the seizure lasts more than 5 minutes, go ahead and call 911 to seek emergency help. Febrile seizures are the brain responding to a quick change in temperature. Think of it like a rebooting computer. A sudden change in temperature causes the brain to reboot, which results in a short seizure. Now, not everyone's brain does this. The difference between those who have a febrile seizure and those who do not is genetics. It's in our genes. So we inherit that from mom and dad, and that's why febrile seizures tend to run in families. What is not happening is the fever causing brain damage, which resulted in the seizure. That's not it at all. However, it is important to know that fever can cause a seizure also in kids with epilepsy. So if your child's over the age of 5, there are multiple seizures on the same day, or the seizures lasting longer than 5 to 10 minutes, then your child may need to see a pediatric neurologist, which is something that can be arranged by your child's regular doctor. Remember, fevers are not the enemy. It's how your child acts that matters most. So next time your little one spikes a fever, don't panic. Just remember these key points. In fact, you may want to bookmark this video so you can find it quickly when your child has that 2 a.m. fever and you can't remember all these tips. Thanks again for stopping by. If you have a comment or a topic you would like me to cover, please drop it below. And if you found this information helpful, please like this video and subscribe for more child health tips. These things really help the channel. I also host a podcast, which has been in production for nearly 20 years now. It's called PediaCast, and you can find it wherever you get your podcasts. Until next time, this is Dr. Mike saying have a safe and healthy day. I'll see you again soon.